1. Folks, welcome. Episode 2 of the Chef Fit Show. And today I have one of my star pupils. This gentleman, Liam here, is one of the guys who is one of the first members of Chef Fit and in the group currently rocking and rolling, and there's been some serious results over the past couple of weeks, some big changes. So the idea here for anyone watching this is that I want to share the stories of the chefs who've been there before you. I want to share the stories of people who might have had the same problems as you did, took action on it, got into Chef Fit, and then saw drastic changes as a result of being in that tribe and in that coaching atmosphere. So without further ado, Liam, just give us a little bit of an intro before we go into your reasons for starting the program. Just a bit of where you're working, how long you've been a chef, some basic stuff like that before we get into it, bro.
Hey, Liam here. Basically been a chef for 17 years. Currently working in Finstown House, sous chef. Basically long hours, same as most chefs. And
nice. And you found with that, you've been doing this for a number of years, Liam. When you saw the 28-day challenge and was right, you felt you were in a position where you potentially needed to do something or change something. So first off, before we even get into the story, what have you noticed yourself that has changed in you over the past month?
Energy levels, and the part of the main thing of getting into this would have been basically to get me energy back up, and I have 2 small kids, so I was kind of shot to shit and basically felt burnt out all the time. And it was basically seeing an ad on Facebook and said, yeah, look, I'll give it a go. And then you rang and chatting to you and kind of talked me into doing it and gave it a go. And
yeah,
that is it. I'm not going to look back now.
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And I think the changes that you've seen have been pretty drastic across the board. When you were looking to start the challenge, where were you at? For anyone that's kind of struggling at the moment, where were you at energy wise? Where were you at in terms of fucking health and fitness and all of that? What was the situation you were in, and then how does that compare to where you're at now?
Well, I'd never done any exercise or fitness or any of that sort of thing. I'd always felt I was fine. But over, I'd say, the last year or so, just literally got burnt out, wasn't fit for doing that. And with days off with the kids, I just wanted to chill and do nothing. And, that was getting to me and eating me up inside of whatever energy I have, I was dispelling for work.
Yeah.
And not having the energy then outside of work.
Big time.
So, but the change now is amazing.
Yeah. What I'm talking about.
Down to the diet change, down to everything, do you know what I mean? And actually eating properly. I'm actually eating more now, probably, than I ever did.
Yeah, 100%.
I was having probably 1 meal a day sort of thing, and then picking throughout the rest of the day,
Mm-hmm.
My breakfast was coffee and a cigarette, and taking time for breakfast now, and it genuinely makes a difference.
Yeah, 100%. What were you eating before? What were you picking at during the day, and what are you doing now?
What would have been picking at during the day? Basically, now the deep fat fryer, the stuff that's quick and convenient and sort of stay on the pass, and
100%.
Getting you through the day thing. I'm conscious in work now of when something's there to be picked at, it's no, I'll get me going in about an hour, so leave that there for now. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's taking that 15 minutes out now to actually sit and eat food, and do you know what I mean? The lads in work are out in it too, and when I'm knocking up stuff now in work, they're sort of, here, Liam, knock me on some of that as well, so.
Yeah, that's it.
Getting more properly, do you know what I mean? So.
And it spreads. 100%, man. Liam, I think you're a prime example of someone who really committed to the program. As in, some people might jump in and it might be one of those things where, fuck it, well, I tried that before, so I'll do my own thing here. Do you know what I mean? And I think you were very good, and the reason that you've seen the change that you've seen is because you stepped in and you fucking followed everything to the letter. You just did it you did it as close to the program as you possibly could, you know, food wise, even if that was training wise. And I think that the fact that you were able to commit to that makes all the difference in the world, you know. And the fact you've been so consistent now just means, like, even you, as you said there, like taking that 15 minutes, like that's so natural to you now. Do you know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
natural to you. And like getting your exercise done, whether that's going for a run and clearing your head, or getting your stretches done, or going to the gym and training, like over the course of the challenge, I would say your habits completely changed. And just the general sense for the first couple of weeks, you were saying to me you were mad sore, probably still sore some of the days. But it's one of those things where you've done it enough now where it's probably very difficult to go back to what you were doing, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. And I've started to fit it into basically my routine, if you know what I mean. And I've kind of worked it around the kids and stuff. Like the likes of this morning now, I'm heading out to the gym as well, and it's based. Do you know what I mean? That sets me up for the day then, that I'm full of energy. Do you know what I mean? So I can have the fun with the kids, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And like when I go before work, even it sets you up for the day and work, like you're full of energy, and you know we finish work then, and rather than just get in a slump of it's you have more energy, which I think is mad. Basically, you know, you're doing exercise and burning yourself out, but it actually gives you more energy. So
yeah, mental, absolutely mental. So again, that's seriously all.
The man boobs are almost gone too. An added bonus, big time on my behalf.
Gold. That's the most important, folks. Jokes aside. So, Liam, for for any chefs that are watching this, that are kind of sitting on the fence and don't really know what to do, don't really know, you know, what the best thing to start with is, like, what would your advice be for any chefs watching this now?
Give it a go, and 100%, man. Give it a go. Basically, I'll be honest, I was weary at the start and stuff like that, and kind of the whole thing's online, wasn't sure, whatever. But like the support that you've given, kind of throughout the whole thing, you know, I had days where basically my legs were fucked, and you know, you were there 100%, giving me advice, everything. You know, and you were always there when I needed you, because everything was new to me. You know, I'd never been to a gym before. I was nervous about the whole set, and I was whatever. But it's to have that support, and you know, I opened up and said I was nervous with certain things, and like not only yourself, other lads said, you know, fuck it, give it a go, and you know what I mean. And to have that extra support and backing, it kind of really makes the difference.
Fucking right.
But genuinely, Cam, 100% supportive the whole way, and kind of you still are. You know what I mean? So
yeah, 100%.
Anyone to give it a shot.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely nothing to lose anyway.
For you, I mean, I'll be honest with you. At the start of this, it was kind of, is this for me? And now that I'm in it and doing it, it's like, yeah, 100%. It's changed me completely as a person, and people around me notice it too. I'm happier. Do you know what I mean? A more positive way of thinking.
Yeah, so, that's fucking inspiring.
No, I'm loving that myself, and that's part of the main reason when you set up the thing, I kind of jumped in straight away. Of kind of, you know, if I do step away from this, it's kind of yeah, I'd be the person to say so I can slowly go back into whatever. So
yeah, and not letting yourself drift back into what you were doing before.
Exactly, and when you're part of this, then you're accountable to everyone. So it's kind of, if I'm not doing this, then the others are like, oh, what the fuck, you know what I mean? And
of course, yeah. And I think kind of bringing this whole full circle, like the reasons that you feel this whole thing worked for you. I think one, like obviously as a given, I'm here to coach. I give a fuck about you guys and I want to see you succeed. But I think the big thing about it was the tribe and how the team kind of came together, and how like I didn't even foresee that putting a group of chefs together like that and just kind of giving you the tools and trying to lead you would lead it to grow the way it did, and see the connections that it did. And you see yourself coming through as a leader, I see Peter coming through. Like there's a lot of guys that stepped up in that group and, you know, really made it special. Like it was a really, really cool thing, and it's still growing into that. And I think for both of us, I feel that's probably been a big part of the success, is, as you said there, the accountability of being involved in a group. And not only, you can make excuses to yourself, but you're not going to make excuses to them. Do you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's the big part about it, and that's what kind of keeps you on track and pushing you through hard times that you mightn't have gotten through by yourself, you know. So on that, folks, that was Liam Kieran. Liam, obviously, big message that you've gotten out there, spreading a very, very good message to a lot of chefs who are kind of sitting on the fence. So thank you for that, man. All right.
Cool. How about I can? Genuinely appreciate all your help, man. Seriously, you're a rock star and all this. And genuinely helped my head so much.
Lethal. That's what makes it worth it, man. You know, that's what makes it worth it. So really, genuinely, thank you for committing to me. Thank you for committing to Chef Fit and making it what it is now. And we're going to continue to make it a bigger and bigger thing and spread it to more and more chefs. So good shit, man. You've had a big, big hand on it, and I appreciate your effort. And
no, 100%, man. I'm sticking at it anyway because genuinely it's working for me.
All right, bro. Sweet as. Liam, thank you so much for this, man. Okay. And I will see you in the group, my friend.
Cool. Fair play, Cam.
Cheers, bro. Nice one. All the best.